Hello, and welcome to the Growing in Business interview series. I'm your host, Fleming Johnson, and today I'm joined by Kristin Thomas, who is CEO at Mountain Girl Production. Kristin, thank you so much for joining us. Would you like to kick us off with a brief background as to who you are and what you do?
Sure. Thank you again for having me on your show. I started in 2008. I worked at a production company, and you get that wild hair that you can do something. And so I decided I'm going to create my own business, and I did it in honor of my granddad. So that's why it's called Mountain Girl. I currently reside in Asheville, North Carolina. One of my main focuses is helping other filmmakers finance their movies via branding. Investors is one route, but for me, brands are where my focal point is when it comes to sponsorships. So I've been doing that since 2008 successfully.
Outstanding. So, short question, just FYI,
Sure.
did you know you knew about the business because you had worked
No,
in the business?
no. Okay, so
No.
I started. No, I all I had was books. That's all I had. That's all I had. And so I knew I wanted filmmaking, and it was in my blood, but I just didn't know how to do it. I mean, I started in Kannapolis. It's a small town in North Carolina. There were no other filmmakers. Like, you start to think this isn't going to happen. But I just did a lot of research. And then I started sending emails to random filmmakers. And that's how I started networking. In my first product placement deal, branding deal, I literally reached out to a shoe company, New Balance, and said, "Hey, my character needs shoes." And she said, "Sweetie, are you talking about product placement?" And I was like, "Oh, that's what that's called." And seriously, that's how I started. My
Very
mom
good.
made an
Very
office
good.
in my walk-in closet.
So
Mhm.
tell me, what inspired you to start your own business, and what was that spark
I got
that?
tired. I got tired of doing others. And I'll explain that. I I'm a Libra, first of all, so I'm always going to want to help and be supportive of others. But there was always something going, I can do this and do it this way, and it still be okay, and I could be successful that way. And what is my niche market? Filmmakers. Filmmakers are always needing funding, and brands are always needing advertising space. So I just bridged that gap.
Very good. So you started your own business in 2008, based on kind of teaching yourself how to do the business.
Truly, truly.
Okay. So tell me, what are some common misconceptions about running a business,
Oh my
and
God.
how do you address them?
It's not perfect. You're going to hit a point where you feel like you're burning both ends. And that's either with life or family or the obstacles that come with business financing. Number one, for me, it was I'm helping others get money, and I wasn't even thinking about bringing money into my own company. So sometimes my services were not even profitable the first half of my business. I would say it wasn't until I got married that I realized, oh, I have bills. I should probably start charging for these services, but also value myself a little bit. I can help and still value myself. Also, I think that's one of the things as a business owner, we don't tend to value ourselves enough.
That that's kind of a key statement and a key observation in
Hmm.
this. Yes.
Hmm.
Um, so part of the way that you addressed that was recognizing that you were undervaluing or devaluing
Truly, truly.
yourself by not having the proper financial arrangements with
It's
folks.
true. And also, and it's okay to say, hey, this service costs this. And I'm commission based, or if you do have a fee, be upfront. It's okay. I think sometimes we feel like, oh, I don't want to bring money into it, but everyone has. I mean, you go to the grocery store, you have to buy groceries. So look at your business as almost like walking into a Walmart. What are the things? Where's your rollback? You have to be able to put a number to your services.
Mhm.
It took me a while to realize that. And I always say if I could go back, I think that's the one thing I would really focus on.
In some of our preliminary dialogue, you had talked about how active life is. Um, so, how do you maintain a work-life balance as a business owner? Do you have any personal rituals or habits that
I
keep
do.
you motivated and focused?
I do. I'm not going to say I get to do them every day, but when I have a 5-year-old, I'm truly blessed with we adopted our daughter, but she's like an energizing bunny now that she's in kindergarten. Um, when she was 2 and 3, I was a sales manager for a network, and I felt myself again burning on both ends. And I realized that work-life balance was not at a good state for me to be a good mother. So I realized, okay, I work from home, which I have been. That's where I strive in is working at home. And so I realized when she comes out of school, I need to be mother. When she's sleepy and going to bed, I can go back into my work mode if I need to follow up on things. And that is where my healthy balance is. So after school, I pick her up at 2:30. She gets undivided mother attention for 2 hours. That is where my soul starts to re-energize. And that's also where I get inspired by work. I look at her, we go about doing things. And so at nighttime, for about 2 hours, I get to finish up what I didn't get to do during the day. So that's my ritual. And then, I'm married, so, you always have to figure out that balance as well. She's also a business owner, so it helps. So our married life is almost pushing each other in our businesses. Um, but also I'm a video gamer. I love video games. I have to end my day with a video game. And that is my zen.
In this constantly evolving business landscape, how do you stay adaptable and open to change? Are there any specific
Education.
strategies?
Education, I think in any time a webinar hits my inbox, I go to it. If it's a sales pitch, I understand that sales pitch because I'm a salesperson. But education is a big deal to me. It's something my grandfather instilled in me. Because once I start learning the market and it goes up and down, that's how I know to sell to a particular brand or not. I look at their market. So yeah, education to me, continue education always. And networking.
Okay. Could you offer us a glimpse now into your future plans and goals for your business? What do you envision for the next chapter of your entrepreneurial journey?
Mountain Girl has now started to focus on Black filmmakers. Um, and the reason why I went that route is because I started to see that there was a change in the entertainment. We are getting more opportunities now, but at the same time, finances is still one of the hiccups that we run into. You must have financing to have casting, and casting wants you to have financing. It's like this catch 22. So I want to be able to bridge that gap. Brands are needing, Black entertainment. So why not bridge that gap between the creator and the brand? So that now is my main focus is to reach out to the creator. What do you need? And then going to the brand, going, can you supply these needs?
Okay, excellent. What advice would you offer to aspiring entrepreneurs who are, say, just starting their journey or facing challenges in their businesses?
Hmm. That's a good one. Work on the self-doubt. Self-doubt is something that we all struggle with. I know I do. I do every day. I got diagnosed with a pain disorder. And so for about 2 years, I didn't like looking in the mirror because my face changed, right? Self-doubt. That went into business because I need to be on video. So for 2 years, I didn't do video. And so I pulled away from social media. You know what? It's social media is a platform that could either hurt you or help you. depending on how you are. But if you could use social media in a positive way to reach out and network, it's a great thing. Look at it and just say, you know what, I am who I am. It is what it is, and I'm going to do this for my business. If you make a mistake, it's okay, move on. Look in the mirror and say, I am okay.
Outstanding.
Thank
Thank you so much for your
No,
time
thank you so
today.
much for having me.
It's been great meeting you and learning more about your entrepreneurial journey.
Thank you. Thank you. And I learned so much through every single one of your shows. So thank you.
And to everyone watching, I look forward to seeing you in our next episode.
Um,
Okay, I can stop the recording.